Right, and tonight in the spotlight is...
This is what happens when you let Ian order off the internet.
It looked like the right one online. It looked like the perfect one online. What I was actually after was that. This is a great bit of kit, okay? It's the 3M PPS system, okay? Paint preparation system. It's a clever setup, okay? It just really is.
Have you
Harry?
found a use for the little one yet?
Yeah, I love it. I'll show you in a minute. Absolutely, of course I have.
What, just to prove the point?
No, leave it there. Harriet Morels came down and spent some time with us, and we'd used these on one of the Morels training day. I think Frosty was with us and a few of the other guys. So we went through this, and it was really cool the way that Harry would just click it on, click it off, and everything else. So it was really, really smart.
We didn't even actually know it was a pressurised system until we met Harry.
No, we were using it. We already had it. I cottoned on, but Harry taught me the pressurised system, which if you don't know, I'll show you as well. You probably, because we've gone through it. So what it is, obviously, let's say for some of our furniture, these are some of the samples that we obviously do on the courses, but also teach you guys. But these are samples that we have done for our customers. These are just great. Okay, they're just really, really handy. My lads have got a few jobs at the moment that they're sampling. So again, what we do is literally look. So they've got all these. They've all got the labels on them. You know, they're just really snazzy. You know, that's why the little one's really good. Plus, I had to find a use for them.
You did have to find a use.
I had to find a use for them. So,
but you can obviously.
It was always up here. It was always the idea. It was always there.
Right. So where those little ones are only 170 mil, whereas the big ones are like 650 mil. So they are good for like doing smaller samples or touch-ups or whatever, really.
Most of you guys are now moving into, let's say, the gentlings or small compressors, just using the guns as a whole. Obviously this evening, what I've got one of the diawatas just to show you how all this goes together. For those guys that haven't yet kind of started to use it, I'm just going to show you how we kind of, I suppose, put it all together. It comes in multiple parts. First thing you got to do is buy a collar set. They're about, what, 12 quid? They come in a box of, I think, 100 for 65 quid, so just over a pound each. But what you get is, you get obviously the sleeve, so that goes in the cup. It's got all the mixing ratios if you want. Most of the time for us it's just the standard up to 650 mils, so that's what we do. The thing that I really like, they already come with a mesh, so they've got a really fine, can't remember what the mesh is, you wrote it down.
Well, it depends, it's 200 or 125.
So I think we just got 125 on this, which is more than enough for the paints we use. So again, they just fit on, okay? Just make sure they're on good and proper. Sometimes you've just got to kind of, there you go, just squeeze them in, make sure. Because otherwise, if you don't, when you put the collar on and you try and use them, what happens is it just pisses out the side. Once they're on, take the collar, tidy it up, tighten it up. It's got a little plug, as you can see, so when you're finished, I'll show you in a sec. What you also have to get is an adapter, okay? So the adapter, we get these off Spray Guns Direct. So obviously what you do is you take it's gravity fed, okay? So take your gravity fed cup off, okay? Fit obviously the adapter, so that's your gun sorted. Obviously I've got my inlet there. And what you do is you just push down. It's got two cuts, a big cut and a little one. So the big one goes down first and then you twist it, okay, onto the smaller cut. Therefore now it's all up. It's really good in the fact that you can, like Lindsay said, you can pressurize it, so you can actually spray upside down. What you do is before you actually start spraying is just turn it upside down, pull the trigger, let the air pull up, and it will just literally squeeze the cup until
The bag cinches up together, doesn't it, inside?
Look, it just does that. I mean, it is literally, you get every little drop of paint out of it. It is that cool. So there's no wastage. So again, when you're finished, handy tip, when you finish, pull out your airline, turn it upside down, pull the trigger. Let the gravity of the cup drop, but it also pulls the remaining paint out of the chamber through the adapter, back into the cup. So then when you put it down, that pops off. It means that it's not completely clean, but it won't drip paint everywhere. If you lift it off and paint's dripping everywhere, quite simply what you did was you forgot to kind of let the gravity pull the rest of the paint out. So when we're done, all we would do is put the plug in, spin the collar off, pull out of that, job done.
Yes,
put in the next one.
Just have loads of them lined up, don't
I've got loads. Oh, literally, we've got a shelf just now of colours. So whenever we do a sample or we run a course, away we go. So what I'm going to do is we've got another feature, okay, which is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spray one of these bad boys, okay? These are the latest edition. It's something I wanted to do for one of the courses. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Sweet. So what we do is we do the skulls when we do obviously any form of fine finish course. So that's compressor, HVLP, and we get the guys to choose a colour, you know, silver, gold, black, even high gloss. We're doing a lot of high gloss at the moment. It looks awesome. 100% high gloss from Renner. So what I've got is I've got the baby PPS on the Morel's Signature 2, which is I think the GT Pro. Okay, and what I'm going to do is turn on the extractor. We're going to spray the skull just for a bit of fun. Okay, it's pretty cool. So for us, it's the PPS system, okay? Like now, there's no point in me showing you how we do it. All I would say is, once we've popped out the gun, all I do is I just squeeze water in as I'm pulling the trigger. It pulls straight through. Obviously we've got the extraction pulling, not that it matters whether you've got it or not. And then what we do is we just get one of the brushes that come through with like the HVLP kit. So it's just one of the brushes, just in it goes, bit of water, just give it a good clean. Once we think it's clean and we've blown it out a couple of times, then what I do is I swap the water for acetone, squirt it with acetone, fast thinners, evaporates, no contamination, give it a good clean, give it a quick brush on the front with the same, obviously the cleaner, give it a blast. If it feels like I've used it, let's say for a good few hours, I might just squeeze it in there and just let it sit for half an hour, blow it through and then just give it a good clean. It just saves having to strip everything down. Don't get me wrong, you know, a lot of times I do strip my guns down and just make sure they're really clean, especially before we do a course. I make sure they're 100%.